I'm Jen.
And I'm Joe.
And we're Jen and Joe on the go.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, Joe.
We're on the go.
Yeah, well, we're going to be on the go.
Where are we going this time?
Not Disney World.
Nope.
We are leaving a week from today to go to Mexico.
Yay!
So if you follow us on Instagram, this is something you already know. If you're new to our channel or only tune into our YouTube channel, we are going to Xcaret Arte, an adults only all-inclusive resort in Playa del Carmen.
Yes.
And we actually start our trip in 6 days because we are spending the night at the Hilton at the O'Hare Airport.
Yes.
So I think you're going to see this the day that we leave.
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
No, I think we're going to finish up the Florida videos from July, and then this will go up.
Okay.
So realistically, this is probably going to go up after we get back.
Okay.
Yeah, because
anyway,
I'm wrapping up the Florida videos.
There are a lot of them.
Yeah, and it worked out really well, I have to say. I know I said this before, but having a series, the way I've been doing it this time, it was very, I don't want to say methodical, but definitely organized. And it's, as I'm publishing them, for the most part, we've stayed right on track. So it's been nice.
Easier to edit.
Oh yeah, all of it has been. For what I did for when we were there in July and putting everything together, when we first came back, and then throughout the last couple of months with editing and putting, yes, it's been much easier. And that's what I need to keep doing, because sometimes it can be a little overwhelming.
Yeah, editing takes a lot of time, and going through the videos and going through the pictures, because we always include pictures at the end of our videos.
Yeah. Sometimes
they're inserted within the video, but yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it can be, and trying to keep track of it all, especially if it's months later when I'm trying to get back to doing some of these videos. Like last year, we went out of order with some stuff, with some of our
trips.
That's
just too hard.
Yeah, it was too hard. Yeah. So, but this one, Xcaret, Mexico. It was a resort that we visited in March of 2023. So it's been a year and a half.
Yeah.
And we really enjoyed it, so much so that we really wanted to go back. We stayed at the main resort a year and a half ago. This time is the adults only.
Yes, we are at Xcaret Mexico Resort, which is the family resort, and this time we will be at the adults only. Joe will link a couple of our videos that did pretty well in the description below if you want to look at Xcaret Mexico. It was a beautiful resort. The food was excellent. The service was excellent. And I'm assuming from what I've seen on YouTube that Arte is going to be even better, if you can even imagine that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not expecting anything but at least as good as what we had before, if not better. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it quite a bit.
We're going to be gone for 6 nights and 7 days.
Yes.
This place has a ton of restaurants, a ton of bars. Everything is included. There are a couple upcharge restaurants that we are not going to go to this trip, but we will go all over all of that when we start those videos. Yeah,
because, you know, the whole thing with Xcaret is that they have these ecological parks that are included in the price of your resort stay. And they do have transportation. Some of them are close, others are a little further away, you know, because this resort itself is about an hour south of Cancun.
Yep.
And they have these eco parks in different locations, including one that's closer to Cancun. So it would be a long drive to get up there, but the rest are all pretty close. And they offer all sorts of different things. Like one has a zoo, there's snorkeling, there's a dolphin experience, which is an additional charge for that.
Which we've actually done before.
Yeah, way back. Yeah. Then there is the zip lining and ATVs and things like that. So
whitewater rafting.
There's a lot that you can do, both included in your resort stay, and then extra things, extra excursions that you can pay for.
But all the parks, when you stay at an Xcaret Resort, all of the parks are included, and they run about $150 on average per person to visit each park.
Yeah,
and we've got 7 that we can go to whenever we want.
Yeah, so, you know, if you want to just sit by the pool and relax and drink all day and eat all day, you could do that. But if you want to kind of do spice it up and do a few extra things like we're going to do, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a nice balance of sitting and relaxing and doing some of these other things that you and Ariane planned. So Yeah, okay, I'm just going to full disclosure here.
We are going with the besties,
Yes,
Ariane and Steve.
Steve and I'm sure I can speak for Steve because, I know him well enough at this point. He and I have done nothing to prepare for this trip. Ariane and Jen have done everything.
Really, Ariane has done everything.
Well, you talked to her about stuff, but yeah, she's done the bulk of it. She's a travel agent, so she actually...
And we will link her travel email in the description below.
It's in every description.
Yeah.
It's in all of our descriptions.
If you need a travel agent,
yeah,
she's 100% free. She will do everything for you.
Yeah.
She will do it top notch.
Yes.
You will be so happy because
Yes.
it is such a stress-free vacation
Well,
when Ariane at Marvelous Mouse Travels plans it for us.
You talked to her about all the things. You guys had discussions on what you feel like you wanted to do to break down each day so we can have time to relax and then do the eco parks at different points. So yeah, Steve and I are just basically going to show up.
So we are going to do a dinner on a boat, but it's more on like a river, and you go through a tasting menu and you do shots and you dance, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. We are going to be doing a restaurant that has a 10-course tasting menu that looks divine.
And that one is included. That's not an extra price.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
And that's at the resort.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
We have chosen to do the ecological parks. I think we're going to visit 3 of the 7, and they are all parks that we visited last time. But these parks are so big, I can't even describe the scale of them, that we didn't get to do everything in the parks that we visited. So we're going back to do those same parks to do some of the things we didn't get to do, and some of the things that we loved.
We never spent the entire day at any one of the parks. We went for a few hours and then went back. We were there in March, so the weather was really mild. It wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold. So it wasn't like, oh my God, we're so hot, we're dying, we have to leave. We just decided, let's do a little bit of this, let's go, and then we went back and swam and ate, So overall, it was just a really nice, wonderful experience.
I'm so excited. I can't believe we planned this back in December of last year.
Well, we started talking about it pretty much as soon as we got back.
We did.
We started talking about when are we going to go back. So yeah, but the actual real planning started last December.
And we will go over all of the pricing, all of the restaurants, and everything we did once we finish the vacation.
Yes, so we're going to break it down like we normally do, travel day and everything else in between that and coming home. So it'll just be, well, actually, we're going to probably start going to the airport and spending the night at the Hilton, because there is a stop along the way to the airport. And I mean, most people are going to have no clue. They have no idea, but I grew up in a town called Villa Park, which is in the western suburbs of Chicago, and there is a hot dog restaurant, I guess.
It's a little hole in the wall.
Oh my God, it's such a hole in the wall.
Yeah, I mean, and it puts, if you like Portillo's hot dogs. This puts Portillo's hot dogs to shame.
It kind of pretty much does. So it's called Mickey's. It's on St. Charles Road in Villa Park, and I used to go to it all the time. Loved it. And my friend Joe, he literally was walking distance from Mickey's. There was a Mickey's, there was a Dairy Queen, and they're both still there.
Oh, how lucky.
We would go to all that. But I told you about it for a long time, and then you and I both went together a few years ago. And so when we were planning this whole thing about going to the airport Saturday instead of Sunday, you asked, you're like, can we maybe stop in Villa Park? And I said, because you want to go to Mickey's? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, absolutely, let's go.
So vacation will actually start in 6 days, not 7.
Yes.
But just to give you a rundown, so also, Xcaret Arte, it's adults only, and it's based on all of the things art. Like the buildings that you stay in are one is called music. There's, I think, a pottery one, but they all have to do with with all the elements of art, and you can actually, the day you arrive, you can book special things to do in each of the buildings. Like you can take a pottery class, you can take a dance class, and I'm so excited to do a couple of those.
Yes, yeah, I think so.
And they're all included with your stay.
But didn't you see somewhere that you should you should book it as soon as you get there?
Yes,
because some of them do fill up.
Yes.
So that's something that we have to kind of be.
This hotel also has 4 rooftop pool bars.
Cool.
One we cannot get into because it is for concierge level only, but the other 3 we can. 3 of them serve alcohol, and there's another one that serves food. So we'll be able to eat and drink on top of the rooftop pool bar.
Yeah.
There's also several regular pools throughout the resort. Each one has a bar attached to it, a swim up bar.
Yeah.
The food is top notch. I cannot wait to show you all of the food because we've had a taste. I mean, Xcaret Mexico and Xcaret Arte are sister resorts.
Right, and they're right next to each other, so they're within
you can
walking
walk
distance.
between the 2.
Now, in between the 2, there is this
Pyramid.
church, kind of sort of like a cone type pyramid, and there's a church at the very top of it.
Yeah.
And I went to the top of that by myself. You guys did not come up with me that day. I decided to go up, and I wanted to see the views from up there, and I took video and pictures of it, and it's just amazing. And one of the videos that you were watching said that if you want the best sunrise or sunset views, it's from up there, and I absolutely believe it. I did get up to get the sunrise one morning because, you know, we're on the East Coast, so we're watching the sunrise over the water. But if you're up, so you really can't see a sunset over the water like that, but if you're going up to where the church is, you can see in every single direction, and it's really beautiful. So we're definitely going to go up and do that. Yeah. I don't know if you're going to be up early enough to see the sunrise with me.
I would like to one morning.
If we can get up, well, we should do it.
There's also a coffee shop attached to this property that has all different kinds of cold brews and frappuccinos and mochas and all kinds of pastries.
I'm looking forward to
salads and sandwiches on the go.
Mexican coffee.
Yes.
And the Mexican hot chocolate. I want to try that too. So yeah. I mean, I don't think we're gonna. Hold on. Time out. All right, sorry about that. We were interrupted by a blonde-haired 2-year-old who came up to the door, so we had to say hi to Riley.
And get big hugs.
And get big hugs.
Smooches.
Hi, Papa. Oh, that kid.
She's so cute.
Yeah. So, okay, so we were talking about stuff there at the resort and the eco parks, but isn't there one day that we're going into Playa?
Yeah,
Playa?
I will say
Playa
too
del
that
Carmen?
the resort does provide transfers to and from the airport, which is great.
Oh, yeah.
That's included in your stay. And then we are planning on going into Playa del Carmen one afternoon for a couple hours just to do some shopping and eating and drinking. I'm really excited about that too.
Yeah. So, I mean, overall, we know what to expect a bit more this time because we've been to the resort before. Not to Arte itself, but we know the layout a little more.
Yes.
We really love this resort because it's not just a big building on the beach. It is kind of the vegetation, the landscape.
It's like the resort was
nature.
built into nature.
Yes, yeah. Where as opposed to just clearing everything and putting a building on the beach. You know, it's more than just concrete. So I love the nooks and crannies. You turn a corner, you don't know what to expect. You know, so
there's parrots and flamingos on property.
Yeah.
You can kayak and paddleboard for free. That's included. There's a vegan restaurant. I just can't say enough about this group of hotels. It's just top notch, and I'm so glad that we get to experience another one of their beautiful resorts.
Yeah. And you know, there are places that you can go that I'm sure would be less expensive, but I have always said you get what you pay for, and especially if you want to do more than just stay at the hotel or at the resort. If you want to go to the parks, they're included, so it gives you more options.
Yeah, and I think this will be a nice we'll get to rest and we'll get to do
good
things.
Balance.
A good balance. That's
definitely.
the word I was looking for.
So I'm excited for this one. I really am.
I'm so excited. It seems like it has taken forever to get here.
You know, we were just in Florida in July, and when we left, we're like, oh, it's only going to be 2 months until Mexico.
Oh, and it's dragged.
It's been the longest 2 months I don't know why, but it just seems like it's taken forever.
And this week is going to be absolutely crazy because we have a huge plumbing project going on in the basement.
Oh,
We
my
are
gosh.
going to do a whole video on that. We are in the middle of a huge deck project. We are putting in a Trex deck.
Have you been taking pictures and video? Well, there really hasn't been.
Yeah, there hasn't been anything to take a
But you're
picture
gonna
of
keep
unless
doing
you
that?
want to take a picture of a toilet, a sink, and a bathtub that are...
No, the deck. Because you
Yes,
were
I
taking pictures
have.
of the deck.
Yes, I
Yeah,
have.
but it's basically been kind of the same thing for several
Yeah.
days now. Yeah, they come back tomorrow to start really working on the construction.
Joe's been crazy busy with work.
Oh,
I've started Christmas shopping. I just wrapped up work, so I'm off this week.
I know. Isn't that just so bizarre that
yeah.
you've started Christmas shopping?
Yeah.
It's 91 degrees outside today.
Yeah. And the temperature is not going down at all this next week here in Illinois.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
So anyway, we hope you are going to follow along
Yes.
on our Mexico Xcaret Arte videos. They're
Our
going to be coming
magical
up
Mexican
soon.
voyage.
We have a couple
trip.
more days to wrap up in Florida for our July Disney trip, and then we will be starting on this next series.
Yes.
And then there will be another trip announcement because we have somewhere else we're going this year.
Yeah.
So don't forget.
There's
to
a
like-
reason for that one. This isn't just,
Yeah.
oh my God, we're going to travel again. No, there's a reason for this other one. So, but anyway.
But
sorry.
it could have just been one thing, but it turned into more.
Right. And there's a reason for that too.
Yeah.
It's a good one though.
So don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss any of the next Jen and Joe on the go action. Because we've really been going this year. I'm tired.
Yeah, well, from last year especially, if you count the not just this calendar year, but the past year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done a lot. We've done a lot.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
All right. Well, thank you for
choosing
to watch us.
Yeah, because we do have a lot going on. So if you're interested, keep coming back. Keep watching.
And we do post most things on a day by day basis on our Instagram channel, Jen and Joe on the Go. You usually can find out everything firsthand there. YouTube, we just kind of elaborate what we've put on Instagram.
Yeah, more detail.
We do a little bit on TikTok, but not as much as we should.
You say we, but it's you.
All right. Well, thanks for watching.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.